Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony here today. The Grandiose Narcissist, you have not failed. I find it's very common that after exposing the narcissist or psychopath that people feel like they have failed them, that they have failed as people. They have disappointed them, or they haven't lived up to their end of the bargain. This is absolutely not the case. This is a fallacy of thinking that often occurs after being codependent or taken care of, being a source of narcissistic supply, and having to totally have their locus of control located outside of themselves than within. We find that the value system of the target is so aligned with serving the needs of their partner or the narcissist that they are completely out of touch with their own needs or their own desires or their own strengths. In fact, we often find that the victims, they're completely blind to their own strengths, their own self-concept, and their own identity. That they, even all the sense of accomplishments, all the material things that they have, they still feel like they have disappointed them, that they're a failure. And this has to do with a misperception, and one has to kind of relearn or retool or reprogram oneself to realize this. Exposing them has shown you clearly that this is a personality disordered individual who is lacking in certain abilities. To the contrary, they're not always what you would consider a source of success, in that internally they are not happy, they're never satisfied, they're completely, always and constantly, consistently, repeatedly operating from a sense of discontent. So it can be very draining to try to keep up with this person, and if your locus of control has been focused on that for weeks, months, years, and decades, chances are that there's a severing between your own sense of peace and satisfaction and your own talents and gifts. So part of the main goal of recovery is becoming in touch with that and no longer being driven by the needs of the psychopath or the narcissist, but in turn flipping that around and being driven by your own needs. This can be a really radical change for a lot of people, especially if they've been involved with them for quite some time or they have been raised by the narcissist or the psychopath. And they, having kind of their life purpose been to please other people, they find it very contrary to their own identity to succeed or focus on their own needs or to have their own needs met. It's very difficult for them to it's very difficult for them to live according to those guidelines of self-gratification, of self-pleasure, of receiving compliments, of doing what makes them happy in life. They've been so limited, so hindered by this person, and so held back by constantly having them as the focus of their goals and their needs, and constantly giving this person admiration, that they've almost been drawn out of the picture. And when they expose the narcissist, when they expose the psychopath, it's like their role in life has evaporated, is gone also. And if your role has been to satisfy the needs of the psychopath or the narcissist, then you're going to have to relearn to create the locus within yourself. And it is your needs that need attending to. It is your goals that need attending to. It's your satisfaction that needs attending to, and not that other person. So if that's been continuing for quite some time, the longer you have been focusing on their needs, the longer it's going to take you to get in touch with that internal voice or that internal drive to fulfilling yourself and doing what makes you happy. In fact, there might be a sense of guilt, there might be a sense of not knowing what to do, or is that okay? Is this how we do things? Yes, it is. If you're out of your comfort zone, then that is a very good sign. That means that you're on the path to you're assessing now, you're taking stock, you're assessing things realistically, and now you're reinventing yourself. You're getting a new identity according to the healed you and not the abused you. And even though living in that new personality or that new identity is completely different from that of the abused person, that is a sign of health. And even if it's a sign of discomfort, that's a sign of health, that you're moving in the right direction. So don't be alarmed. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to put yourself first. Do not have that sort of guilt. You can let that go. Absolutely, positively, because it's the self-empowerment that you're experiencing, and that is what staying in that existence and in that place of being is what's going to bring you that joy and that happiness and that healing that you so deserve. Peace and harmony here with you here today. Please subscribe for more great tools, videos, and discussions. Make it a beautiful day.